Hello friends, welcome to Squared Plans. I'm Stephanie and today we're going to be doing a follow-up video to my DIY disc video from back in December. At that time I decided I was going to take some Staples arc discs in a 1.5 and paint them black. Since I had gotten them on clearance, I thought it would be a great way to DIY the color that I wanted and tried it out. So what I did is I went ahead and painted them. You can see all of the details in that video if you want to kind of see how not to do it. I put them in my planner, all set up for 2021, and they started shipping like almost immediately. And this is how they looked after 2 weeks. So obviously I was disappointed. I thought that the paint would hold up better. I did start to research some more about painting aluminum because the discs are made out of aluminum. Most metal discs that are produced for planners are aluminum. That's where I started. I went into different areas trying to figure out how best to make it last and work. So this is a follow-up video with the research that I've done to find out how you're supposed to paint aluminum. To begin, I went ahead and stripped the discs back down to their original silver metal. And to do that, what I ended up doing was just taking some acetone. I used some nail polish remover, 100% acetone. I was gonna go get a big canister from Home Depot, but I really didn't need that much, so I just got this at the dollar store and it worked out fine. Put them in a glass dish so that it wouldn't be absorbed if it was like in plastic or something, and soak them for a little while so that the paint would soften up. So I did that. I went ahead and covered them. That kind of helps keep all of the fumes and things together there, and just set them to the side. I think I let them soak for about an hour. I don't think you need to let it soak that long, but I did just to make my life a little bit easier when it came to the removal process. So here I am getting ready to actually strip them down, take off all of the paint, and I'm going to use just the same kind of method I use for my dashboards, which is just a toothbrush. One you don't care about, not one you're going to use, you guys. And just like an old rag to kind of put them on and dry them off when I feel like I've gotten most of the paint off of them. And I'm using gloves so that I can handle them without worrying about those chemicals being on my hands. But yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of scrub, and I'll show you guys real quick this process of scrubbing. It comes off really easily, which is part of the problem. I think that they just did not bond well to the metal. And that is something that I kind of learned in my research, is that you need to find a specific type of primer that will kind of etch the surface of the metal in order to get the paint to adhere to something as smooth as an aluminum. So that's what I did. I went ahead and got some special primer specifically made for aluminum and other metals with really smooth surfaces. And I also got a different type of paint, which I'll show you here in a second. But so I want to kind of show you the process of stripping these discs, and I'll speed through this real quick. But I wanted to show you guys just that it was possible. If you mess up or if you don't like the color that you end up choosing, stripping them down really isn't that bad. All in all, cleaning up all of these discs probably took me about half an hour to 45 minutes. So not bad, just a little project for yourself if you did already paint your discs, or if you are looking to do this and change a color that you already have on your discs. It's really not that hard to remove the paint and move to the next step. So now that I have them all cleaned up and back to their original silver tone, I am going to get them painted. So I'm using this primer, which is a self-etching primer, and that's supposed to be the kind that you need for aluminum or metals like this that are super smooth and have a hard time adhering paint. Just kind of showing you the brand I use. There are different types. So I just grabbed the one that's Rust-Oleum. They're usually a very good brand and highly recommended. I also had some chalkboard paint left over from a previous project, and I thought I would use that one on this project because it is supposed to be scratch resistant, and you could write on it and erase it and the paint doesn't flake off. So I thought that would be a perfect type of paint to try to use that would be ultra scratch resistant on top of that primer. So we shall see. I recruited my husband for this part of the project. I had him go ahead and just do all of the painting. He enjoys that stuff, so I was happy to let him do it. And it gave me the opportunity to film a little bit of him doing it while I had the camera. So it just made things a little bit easier for that. And here is how they turned out. Came out really smooth and clean, and I thought that the end result was how I wanted it. I did use that chalkboard paint because I wanted a matte finish on these discs. I wasn't looking for a high luster, high gloss finish, and so I thought that chalkboard paint would kind of take me the final step as far as getting it to be scratch resistant, but also being matte without like another clear coat of high gloss on top of it. So I did that, and a lot of people recommended also sealing it with a clear coat. So what I decided to do was to take a matte finish top coat nail polish that I have and see if that kind of helped be a sealer for the paint in order to keep it from scratching and what have you. So I had this in my stash. My husband had a clear coat that was a shiny one, but I did not want it to be shiny, so I went ahead and used this. It's from Essie, and I got this probably like 2 years ago. I'm not sure if it's still available, but pretty matte. It's got like a clear coat as you put it on, but it dries completely matte, which is what I wanted. So it's kind of showing you guys. And I decided to do just the edges. I did do the center on the one there that's already on that kind of pink plastic thing. And I didn't like the finish on the inside, so I'm just going to center all of my clear coat around the rim where it tends to chip the most. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. And then I'm just going to do some touch up, make sure that everything looks well coated and even where I am painting. And okay, and it dries really fast. It's a nail polish, so I thought as it's drying, I will prep my planner to put in these lovely discs and just kind of stripping it down. Not a lot of effort, but just it took a little while to do that. I separated out my dashboard as I went, so it'd just be a little bit easier to put back onto the discs. And yeah, so I'm just gonna quickly go through that. And now the moment of truth. I'm going to go ahead and test one of these guys, putting it onto the cover. I'm just going to try one and see. I'm just going to put it on with the covers because I know that the plastic, hard plastic pieces, the dashboards, the covers, really led to the chipping. And already, it's super disappointing. As I had put it onto the cover, the disc started to chip. I can't believe it. Like, I went through all of that and the disc just started chipping. I could even chip it with my fingernail. So I don't know. I did everything that I researched about and found people recommended for painting aluminum. The only thing else I can think of is to go into something like a auto painting primer, something like super industrial, to see if that would work. I don't know if I have the energy to do this again. It was kind of like, I was just so disappointed with it. So couldn't believe it started to chip right from the get-go. And I was, of course, trying to show you guys the chipping, and my camera wasn't cooperating. So yeah, a big wah-wah on this project, but I wanted to show you guys just the process and how things went. This was kind of like an educational video. I know that you were probably thinking that I found a solution. Fortunately, I did not, but I wanted to share anyway just so you guys did not make the same mistakes as I did. If you have any other suggestions or any other ideas for how to paint discs long term without it chipping, or just, you know, so the paint adheres well to the discs, I would greatly appreciate it. So yeah, that's kind of how things turned out. I did not find a better solution to help with the chipping. Still looking for ideas for how to make this work long term. I'll probably do some research, but again, not sure if I want to go through the hassle from start to finish just to make this work. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Bye!